Warriors of Matrimony, written by Kenneth E. Foltz, Jr., narrated by Darilli. Chapter 1, Marriage. Kalich stood in the middle of a grass field. "Kalich, watch out!" Annala tackled him to the ground behind a small foothill. An explosion went off. Annala leaned her back up against the rock wall as she looked out at the night battlefield. That was close. Annala looked over at Kalich, who got up on all fours. "What were you thinking?" Kalich crawled up beside her, placing his back against the wall. He looked over at her. "Not exactly used to this." Kalich was a handsome, lean 18-year-old merchant with blood-red hair that draped down around his head, with green eyes, being from Camgon. "Honestly, I don't know why I took this bodyguard job," Annala said. Annala was a cute 18-year-old female warrior with long green hair done up in a ponytail and purple eyes who originated from Saron. Kalich smiled, embarrassed, as he shut his eyes. "Sorry, Miss Annala." "Whatever." Annala turned to look out at the battlefield. Her eyes narrowed. Lines curved and shaped around her body. The lines connected, creating a light suit of armor, along with a spear in her hand. She looked back at Kalich. "Stay here until I tell you it's safe." Annala leapt out from behind the hill and landed in the middle of the grass field. She charged toward the bandits that stood in their way.
"Get her!"
one bandit shouted. Annala walloped 3 of them with various parts of her spear as she twirled the weapon. She sprung forward to land in the middle of the group. The bandits came at her from every direction. More lines curled and formed to create a whip as Annala spun. She knocked the men back with her new weapon. Kalich watched from behind the hill in amazement.
"Whoa!"
The whip wrapped around the handle of the sword she had taken. Annala swung it around, cutting down all the bandits one after another. A sword clashed against the back of Annala's armor. Annala spun around and took the last one out with her spear. Annala's weapon and armor disappeared as she took up a stance. Annala stuck out her hands on both of her sides. Lines lengthened out into iron boxes. The boxes dropped on top of the fallen bandits, imprisoning them inside. "There, that should do it." Annala stood up straight. She looked back toward Kalich. "You can come out now." Kalich blinked a couple times. "Right." Kalich came from behind the hill and walked up beside Annala. "If we keep moving, we should be at the military base by sunrise." Annala started to walk with Kalich by her side. "By the way, don't go around telling people you're a merchant. They'll keep trying to steal from you." Kalich and Annala stood in the middle of the street. They watched as dozens of soldiers perform various tasks to get the military base in order for combat-ready conditions. So, this is the Camgon army base. Kalich looked over at his bodyguard.
"Does your country's army look anything like this?"
"Well, there's a lot less testosterone around, and we're a lot more organized." Annala stepped backward. "Anyway, enough of that. Let's get you checked in."
"Right."
Kalich walked after her. "I'm going to be living with you while you finish your basic training. Is that going to be a problem?"
"I don't see how."
Annala slammed her hands down on the desk at the military assignment center where 2 Camgon soldiers sat. Her anger burned in her eyes. "I have to protect him. Saron has an invested interest in him until he finishes basic training." The Camgonian soldier in front of her waved a paper in Annala's face with a snickering grin.
"Unless you're married to the poor bastard, you can't stay here. It doesn't matter whose daughter you are."
Annala glared at the man and bit down on her teeth. She quickly turned around and stomped past the men waiting in lines of 2.
"Next,"
the soldier said. Kalich stood by the wall at the back of the room. He saw Annala coming.
"So, did they say you could house with me?"
"No, let's go." Annala grabbed Kalich by the arm, pulling him out of the room and down the hall.
"Where are we going?"
"We're getting married so I can complete my mission."
"Huh?"
"Come on." Annala pulled on him harder.
"Okay."